Roll-on aromatherapy, or roll-ons with essential oils, is one of the safest and most effective ways to use your essential oils topically. Hi, I'm Joanne from Soulful Sister Aromatherapy, and today I'm going to show you how to make roll-on aromatherapy for stress relief. Well, firstly, let's go on to what is a roll-on. Roll-ons contain essential oils and a carrier oil. Those are the two main things you need to make a roll-on. The things we need to think about before we start making a roll-on are, what's the purpose of this roll-on? Well, today we know it's stress relief. And then the second question is, which essential oils do I pick for stress relief? Okay, we're gonna go over that. And the third question is, how much essential oil do I put in this bottle? And fourthly, what is the carrier oil and how much of that do I put in? So we're gonna cover all that, and let's dive right into it. And we're gonna go into these two recipes for stress relief. The first stress relieving blend we're going to make includes the oils of lavender and of peppermint. So we all have heard of the wonderful, wonderful calming benefits of lavender, and it's all true. Today we're going to combine it with just a little bit of peppermint. Now, why are we combining this with peppermint? Peppermint is wonderful. Breathing in peppermint oil is a wonderful way to lighten the tightness in our chest and allow you that free breathing again. Lavender is calming, peppermint is a stimulant. Well, this would be what I consider to be a workday or school day blend. This is a really easy to like blend too. So say you're making this for somebody else. This is what I call sure to please. There are very few people that don't love this combination of lavender and peppermint. So a great place to start. Kids like it, the whole family likes it. If you by any chance don't have these oils at home, well, lavender, we'll say you have lavender, but you don't have peppermint, and you have rosemary. You could use rosemary essential oil as well, and it's also a stimulant. You could also use a little eucalyptus. That's also that stimulant, and that opens up that chest area when it feels tight. So feel free to substitute if you don't have exactly what you need. We're going to add the essential oils first. Why do we do that? So that the lavender and peppermint become what we call a synergistic blend. They're no longer lavender and peppermint, they're their own blend of stress relief. And that's really important. It increases the therapeutic value of what you're doing. I always say each essential oil has their powers, combine them and make superpowers. We're gonna make a 10% dilution. Most roller bottles, and they come in all kinds of colors. They all can look different. This is a clear glass. We're rolling this on very few places on our bodies. And because we're not covering our body in this, we can increase the dilution to 10%. Whereas a body oil may be 5 to 7% essential oils. So this is going on just maybe the neck and the wrists and breathing it in, so we can increase it a little bit. 10% of this 10 ml bottle is 1 milliliter. So we're gonna add 1 milliliter of essential oils. So I'll show you a quick tip. All essential oils come with this little dropper on the bottle. It comes out by the drop, and every 20 drops is 1 milliliter. Now, it's not exact science. It could be for some essential oils 19, for some 21, but we're just gonna say 20. It's a great way to measure your essential oils. So if we are adding 20 drops, which equals 1 milliliter, to this 10 milliliter bottle, then I am going to add 14 drops of lavender and 6 drops of peppermint. So I'm going to start by doing that. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, you will probably be off short or plus a drop, and that is absolutely fine. And next, I'm going to add the peppermint. And we want this to equal 20, so I've added 14 lavender, and I'm going to add 6 drops of the peppermint essential oil into my bottle. Okay, so now we have that, and I can see the essential oil at the bottom. Put that cap on. And now I'm just going to swirl it, because remember, I want these to combine, no longer be lavender and peppermint, but to be a new synchronistic blend. Now this is our new stress relief blend. Okay, now we have to add our carrier oil. We don't put essential oils directly on the skin. It's not nearly as effective. It can be skin sensitizing. I mean, this is the rule where more is definitely not more. We combine essential oils with a carrier oil in a roll-on and then apply it to the skin because it's the carrier oil that carries the essential oils into our bodies safely. If you were to just put essential oils on your wrist and put it on, a lot of it just dissipates, almost like alcohol. And so it just goes off and it's actually not going in your body, even though you can smell it. It's not going in your body and doing the things we need it to do. Anytime we're applying essential oils topically, we're always mixing it with a carrier oil first. Carrier oils are plant-based oils that are non-aromatic. We can use coconut oil or jojoba oil. Other choices would be grapeseed, sweet almond, apricot kernel. All of these are wonderful choices. Use whatever you have on hand. That's the best choice you can make. Today we're going to use coconut oil. And coconut oil is widely available. This is called non-fractionated coconut oil because it stays liquid at room temperature. A lot of the coconut oil we cook with becomes solid at room temperature. Another great thing about coconut oil has a very, very long shelf life, so you don't have to worry about that part of it. Okay, so this comes out by the dropper, and there's no need to measure this because we're using a 10 milliliter bottle. So all I'm going to do is fill the rest of it with carrier oil, and then that's it. There's no measuring. So I'm just gonna take this and just add our carrier oil to it. Now you could just pour this in a glass measuring device as well. And if you have carrier oils at home and you're not quite sure if they're still good or if you should use them, just smell them. If a carrier oil like grapeseed, sweet almond, apricot kernel, if it's gone rancid or it's old, you'll smell it immediately. It smells very nutty, but like nutty with a little pungency, and it's quite harsh on the nose. So you'll know right away. You won't have to wonder, is this good or is this not good? And it's not gonna harm you if you use it. It just won't smell very nice. So I filled this up, essential oils and coconut oil. And now we're gonna take the roller top of your essential oil bottle. There's a little ridge around the side. Just kind of put your fingers on the side and push straight down. That's it. Should not be difficult to do. And then take your cap and cap it. And you've just made yourself a stress relieving, great for the workday, school day roll-on. We'll put this to the side and then I'll make the next blend and then we'll go into how to use them and different ways to use your roll-ons. The next stress relieving blend we're going to make involves patchouli and ylang. You could even use this, at nighttime before bed. It's that kind of calmingness. Okay, so this does have patchouli, and if you know patchouli, you already know whether you love it or hate it. There's very little gray area in patchouli. Patchouli is extremely grounding, extremely stress relieving, and we're mixing it with ylang. Ylang is a flower, and it's a very sweet, intoxicating flower, and it is a wonderful essential oil to use for calming, for stress relief, for feeling good about yourself. Flowers are wonderful. And ylang also is quite specific in helping with social engagements. When you're tentative to go out into a crowd or meet people, ylang is a social enhancer. And it makes you feel good and like you can do this and talk to people. So a wonderful essential oil if that's the kind of stress that you experience. Now, I am picking patchouli and ylang, and patchouli is an oil that people sometimes love and sometimes don't. If you don't love patchouli, please switch it with frankincense. Frankincense will also do that grounding, soul-soothing nature that patchouli has without that patchouli aroma. So frankincense and patchouli can be a swap in this recipe. So firstly, if you have one of these essential oils, use that one, and then you can decide which one is for you. Okay, so this is a more intense blend These are both base notes, which means they're heavier, they're more aromatic than, let's say, the lavender peppermint, which are middle notes. And because of that, we're actually not going to add 10% of these because it will be a little bit overwhelming to the senses. So we're only going to add 10 drops of ylang ylang and 5 drops of patchouli, knowing these are quite aromatic and that this should do the trick. Of course, if you really want more, add more. There's no harm in that. But we're going to break our rule already of 10% and just reduce it a little bit. So I'm going to start with 10 drops of ylang ylang to the bottle. Comes out slower because it's a heavier oil. There we go. And patchouli is going to come out even slower because it's even a heavier oil. So we're going to add 5 drops of patchouli. You're going to see how much slower this comes out than the ylang ylang. Here we go, drop 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Now we're gonna do our little swirl. You can see the color's darker. The peppermint and lavender are quite clear, and these definitely have a more amber color to them. It's just the way the essential oils, what comes out of the plant. It smells so beautiful and really gorgeous smell, and really, really calming, lovely. To that, we're going to add our coconut oil. And again, there's no reason to measure this. We're just going to fill this up. Such a great economical way to use your essential oils, making roll-ons. And we're gonna take our roller ball top, and again, not pressing in the middle, but on the sides, just push it right down, and take your cap, and voila, 2 wonderful choices for stress relief. Now, how do we use these? I'm going to roll this on my wrist a few times so I can see some of the oil come on there. I'm gonna rub my wrist together. Why am I doing that? So it's going on both. I'm warming it up. I'm releasing more aromatics this way, and then I'm going to inhale. Not just once, but 3 to 4 times. So 3 to 4 deep inhales is a therapeutic dose of essential oils. Breathing in once is fine. 3 to 4 deep inhales actually pulls it all the way into your nose, up your olfactory nerves, sends the signals to your brain, then your brain says, hey, we're all about stress relief now, because essential oils are made up of naturally occurring chemical compounds from the plant. That's how we know what they do. These chemical compounds get recognized by the olfactory nerve. The signals are sent to the brain, and that's how the brain tells the body, okay, let's take it down a notch. Let's lessen that fight or flight syndrome. So sending those signals to the body makes a psychological difference and a physiological difference. So mentally and physically. And that's just the amazing part of essential oils and why they're so powerful. And also, when we put them on our wrist and rubbing it together, it's also entering our skin and going into our bloodstream. So it's actually going in our body and helping that way. We are breathing it in, and it goes right in. Just remember that when you're putting skin cream or anything on your body, your liver has to filter it first. That's the first thing it does. So using something 100% natural is just a wonderful way. You know you're giving your body something good, something healing. It smells lovely. It connects you to the earth and gives you that everything's okay feeling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click our link below, like us, and subscribe. It really helps us produce more content for you. If you have any other ideas for content, we would love to know so we can make that for you. We have all the supplies at Soulful Sister Aromatherapy. It's soulfulsister.com. And we have essential oil bottles, we have carrier oils, all the essential oils you need. And we're available to ask questions if you need something very specific. So thank you, enjoy your essential oils, and have a fabulous day.